deny Icebox opping angles, especially when Icebox gets it up on the defensive
Okay,
side.
we got LEV on defense, we got G2 on attack. And are we going mid? Oh, okay.
So much info for Icebox. So
3-person pushover towards B. We got an alarm bot for this.
Where the operator is and enable Icebox.
Good luck to LEV. Dude, LEV is so on top of this. LEV is so on top of this, surely.
Is doing his best to hold the line, and they're not going to see him. He's going to spot both, and he's going to clean
That
them
is
up.
such a nice setup,
What
man.
a start for LEV. Meanwhile, the rest of G2 is taking A.
Exactly, the spike's already planted. LEV is a little worse for wear. Gets tagged up by a classic, but this post plant's going to be so deadly.
They had the most perfect setup if they wanted to push B, and they pushed B. That's so good.
It couldn't have gone any worse. You think about trying to create a little bit of chaos at the beginning of the round to catch your opposition off guard, if you will. This is not what they imagined. It's not how they drew it up. And now Jonah P swinging out, not able to clean it up.
Very nice as well. We'll keep an eye on the Viper smoke. This is very similar to what Fnatic were trying to do. Maybe this is a bit of a better one than what Fnatic do.
So the pistol
I
approach,
think it's just for the pistol, but
decisive. And LEV play this to perfection right here.
yeah, this felt like they
oh. He was somebody that was pivotal.
It felt like they knew they were gonna push, or they at least have a good setup for it. Like there's some kind of tendency that they like to push on the pistol.
He was a big reason why G2
But also,
took out LEV
it's also just a good setup anyway, just because you can fall back over towards A.
It's a 4-1 approach again, so the conditioning for G2, it's back-to-back.
Okay, we'll keep an eye on Icebox. He buys a Sheriff on this one, so we've got light armor coming up.
All stops covered.
Right here.
The exact same setup.
You've got Calm, the only one left to hold the line.
Yeah, and we got the ghost. We're allowed to prod a little bit over there.
But
yeah, he now knows about 2 of them.
They've got the Phantom investment into Jonah P as well. They've thrown a lot of money into this stray.
Yeah, why not?
The pistol drone, yeah, we love to see it.
So far. It's been that two-pronged approach towards B.
And LEV has just been a nightmare, man. LEV has just separated 2 of them the whole time. Look at them looking for him.
Across the middle of the map, LEV once again catching Tex. Icebox was
He did great.
kind this time around. And Molly looks like it was just a little bit deep.
Govo, thank you for the 5 months, bro. Appreciate you. Thank you for the tier 1.
But at best here, you
then let's go G2, bro. G2 always win the pistols in this matchup. The pistols in the G2 LEV matchup are so one-sided, it's not even fair. Like, I think G2 have like 80% of the pistols in this matchup.
All the big guns in the arsenal for G2 are kept. Only a Stinger lost and what.
Anonymous Gifter, thank you so much, man. Appreciate you. Thank you.
And it's been back-to-back 4-1s towards A site heavy. And that's why you're seeing a change of pace already from G2. We saw in the interview, it was said by King. It's going to be a
bonus is decent.
Who's going to game plan? Who's going to adapt on the fly? Who's going to counter? You see Lever trying
to get
A
ahead
hits,
of it,
but everything's looking towards B now.
With LEV just scouting a little bit, and then now kind of going fast middle as well.
Because Icebox is consistent no matter what, right? Like he's world class. He's the greatest of all time. Like, you know what you're going to get with him, and you know he's going to deliver regardless of circumstances. It's interesting to see when LEV don't play well. It's because the supporting
these 2 in middle might have a rough time, right?
And so you try to shut down Icebox as best as you can, but finding value elsewhere is really where things turn around.
Wait, this is nice right now. What a nightmare for the 2 on site.
Oh, Valen turns at the wrong moment. What a timing there.
Icebox getting another numbers.
Yeah, they know about this guy.
As IC and Trent are the only 2
they handled it very well.
Get the spike down, but Trent's in such a brutal spot.
Space W with the prime. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate you. Oh, boy.
He got spotted. Yeah, surely he was seen. He's able to clean up.
Yeah, the cove is incredible for this gun.
Collateral away. A tap to draw some utility. He's realizing everyone around him. Com's gonna hang on to the defuse. He's probably sitting
yeah, let's do some damage, dude. It's fine.
To stop him. If you swing out, you're facing all
Wait,
3.
that's some damage done. 3 guns, armor rebuy. That was lovely.
That was a fast pace again from G2. A fast mid to B. This time around, just getting caught looking at the wrong
yeah, it's insane damage, bro.
Clearing the actual site, and it was kind of freebie.
Played it really well.
That Leviathan were just given. Like
that one,
there, yeah.
Allen looking away.
Yeah, Icebox winning this 1v1 against Jonah P. And yeah, it just all crumbled apart. But the start of the round was very impressive. And the change of pace and the change of a look from G2. And now they're going to go back to the tied and true from the first couple of rounds.
Okay, now we get into a big buy round, reset, potential, both teams, and
have the best gun round win rate.
Have the harbor.
This is where the series will be decided. Leaf lighting up the kill feed
through
already.
the wall
entries from Leaf.
On his own.
Another one. The head-to-head IGL v IGL. Valen, he comes out on top.
That's where the mind games will play themselves out as Leaf is getting another. Dude, I mean, this is insane form for Leaf this early in the
series.
It's
for sure nice shots, but I think this is going to look mad on the replay, by the way.
He's known for being that duelist type figure on this map. When he gets heated up, I mean,
it has to look mad. There's a wall here, and he's here dueling on his own solo.
Duelist comp all year long. He really
I don't think the second kill is as bad.
He's been so consistent, and then you put him on defense, and we think about all the clips he's hit with, like.
They're gonna win the big buy round without having to use any ults. It's incredible.
He's just been so steady for this squad.
And Tex has actually taken a page out of his book as well, and stepped up in his own right. But so far, Tex hasn't really come out on top in those first engagements. And the A fight from Leviathan, it just wasn't enough.
The comp, yeah, it's not the best at fighting. No flash comp always struggles with fighting, man.
And Lev, I mean, at best, they're just trying to clutch onto these two rifles that they have left. Try to carry them over, and I think when we start to like branch out on the trajectory and the forecast for the rest of the half, you've got Leaf who has his ult online, Valen has his ult online as well. Jonah P's just a couple of points away from having the pit.
What are my thoughts of having Valve format on 2 matches a day? What do you mean, like 2 games at the same time? No, that sucks, dude. I hate the fact that we have China and Pacific at the same time. I would hate a giant tournament and they play multiple matches on the same day. It'd be the worst thing ever. Flo 432, thank you so much for the prime, dude. Appreciate the 2 months.
I think they think we have an A game plan.
Ah, see? It's the mind games already, just like I said. But
I'm almost concerned that means he doesn't have an A game plan.
No. G2 are 7-9 on Icebox this year. It hasn't been one of their shining.
Yeah, it's a big stack over towards A, so they want to punish A early.
The 2 wins they have against LEV are 13-8s. And the only loss
imagine watch binding at the same time. We've done that a few times where he split the screen. It's awful. Not great.
Another good read. Nobody really here.
Uncle Nyan, how we doing? Thank you with the prime as well. Appreciate you doing that, mate. Welcome in.
The Harbor Ultimate's invested.
Thank you so much. Okay, I mean, we've got 3 hero guns here. It's like not the worst. They can do some damage. They could potentially win.
No stone left unturned. The timing on this 2-man flank is going to be interesting. The problem is it's always been Tex and it's always been Icebox on these late flanks.
And there's 4 members waiting for it. So all the prep work, all the studying that G2 have done going into this match, you just see it on the minimap.
And even through how the map has been played. It seems like they're going to try. If there's a dart tag, he's in a position to go ahead and pop the ult. That's exactly what he does. The first splits to upright.
Whoa, John. I guess he thought he was going to get spammed down, so he went for it.
Not much more than that. Meanwhile, the Thrash was dropped in the midst of all of that. Spike has been taken for a little while as Trent is dead. Icy doing his best to hold the line into the face of the
double played so well here.
Can it be? Leaf not able to settle the shot.
Time on this though.
Way too short.
They might.
They burn the clock all the way down.
I was gonna say they might go down to that. That's real close.
That was a big investment from Leviathan. The Hunter's Fury from.
I mean, they should be happy that they got all the guns, but we used the ult onto the eco or like kind of an eco 3v5.
It took too long.
Gun wise.
And it was a good play from them not to actually commit to that because they would have been met by 4 members. Oh,
Descriff with the tier 1. Thank you very much, man. Appreciate that also. Thank you so much.
Some of the shots couldn't settle for the side of G2.
That's not much. Very nice damage. Beautiful. 5 weapons and no time. Who cares, bro?
I like the mid-round comms here. Like the shot calling here to actually like go through the wall and just fight early, like everyone fighting. Like they played so well. As soon as they take this space, it's very hard to be able to stop the diffuser, so they just go here aggro, knowing that they prioritize A. Or like back a yellow even.
About war, and you're absolutely right. This is a war of attrition. Both these teams grind out rounds. Back and forth,
and LEV have won 100%.
2 steps ahead.
Like it's like Jonah said, 100%. They're just trying to make sure they punish A early.
Nobody is there at A site, and the spike is being planted at B.
Right, they have good reads right now on them.
You want to talk about master classes in IGLing right now. Valen is calling a sick game.
Dude, I mean, this gun round is probably over. At this point, think about how long the spike has been down. Like you said, they've got the pit that they're going to have to navigate. They don't really have any tools to get around it. They've got Tom's drone, sure, but is that going to be enough?
How's he alive?
How do you break through this post plant defense? You can wrap around yellow, but the Viper's pit is so strong.
No way, he's still alive. Okay, there we go.
You've got Trent,
I was going to say, at the very least, this guy needs to go down.
And then you've got LEV, who's in the fray as well.
Dude, 11 need a timeout heavily, man.
No, an absolute squad.
This is a nightmare.
As soon as that harbor wall goes down,
absolute nightmare.
Hard bait. They invested the Reckoning, and imagine how valuable
as G2 able to pull off these fakes. They're so heavy with the game plan wanting to shut down A, and because this comp doesn't fight well over towards A, they just have so many numbers here, which just means that they can just freely go over towards the other side. And I imagine it's something like G2 have reads, whereas if they are fighting heavy and it's like certain agents, it's this many people here.
And how he's been on the receiving end of criticism for his entire Tier 1 career. Let's keep it a buck, right?
Yeah.
He shows up, everyone goes, who?
Maximum, thank you so much for the prime also, bro. Thank you so much.
Yes, he's not always
Read like a book? Oh, for sure, man. It looks like they know where everyone is on the minimap right now.
He's been able to deliver for his squad has been so impressive, and it's event over event, right? Like, he's stepped up for G2 when they need him to, and that's exactly what you need.
A lot of players in his position would crumble.
Is there any time a coach will hold off on a timeout because they don't know what to change yet? Maybe, and just like spark a conversation. Sometimes you have, sometimes stuff's going so wrong that you're just forgetting like basics of what you do in practice.
It's been wonderful to watch.
That happens as well. That could maybe tie into what you're saying.
Willing to be selfless in many different moments.
You should normally have some kind of idea. You definitely see people do timeouts that are insanely early, that are probably more just based on your own stuff than everyone else's. You've only seen like what, one buy round or something.
I mean, you just roll the Rolodex back as far as you want, like right here. Yeah, and you see evidence of that. You see receipts of that the whole way through.
I mean, Leviathan are already wishing they could have rolled back this round, or this map. So far, it's a 5-1 lead for G2, and as Trent said, they're running circles around Leviathan right now. And the game plan, it's so similar to the last time these two teams played. Find Icebox, go the other way, or find Icebox and util bomb him.
So ready for this B push again. The 4-1 default over towards A has been nice. Yeah, and as you can see, LEV not fighting as heavy over towards A. Actually playing way more passive.
We've definitely seen so far that Leviathan aren't shy to invest ultimates in their eco rounds or their weird buys.
Take flight. Already seen evidence of that. Trent using his drone, he will spot one, and it was Tex. But no real idea that comes up close and personal on the other side of the wall. A second set of water comes through and Trent falls. Drowning beneath the pressure. A 1-for-1.
The guy's got the gun, so if he wanted to go aggro, I wouldn't blame him.
The lighter weaponry that you have. Sure.
And just a 30 seconds to the round, waiting for any.
Yeah, this is pretty nice though, right? For LEV at the moment, we got Killjoy ult. We got 2 guns on the site.
They're fighting, though.
Yeah, they could do it right. Could Killjoy ult if you wanted to. It would have had to have been a little bit ago though.
He rotates back. Icebox has joined. 13 seconds left. The blades online and available. That's big from Tex. It's going to be Valen left alone in a 1v3. Icebox's blade still in play. He spotted a shoulder. Can he settle the shots? Dropping down, buying time as the spike ticks away.
Whoa.
That's a snappy shot onto King, but you still got the raid boss on the other side.
Oh,
he delivers
really?
For G2.
Oh my god, bro won this, dude. That's a 1v3 at its peak. That's nuts.
And it's not just that he
oh
delivers,
man, LEV is so wrecked against. Right now, dude. The impact of this is crazy as well. It was so close.
The jiggling, the movement back and forth.
Damn. This is what we were saying earlier, right? He's just having the best year. He looks so good.
You can't just shoot him at the body. It's so hard to hit. And that shot on
Dude, crispy shots as well.
Insane work from Valen. When
the NC, thank you so much for that, bro. Appreciate you.
G2 feel like an unstoppable force to be reckoned with.
They got so close in Shanghai. So close. I mean, they didn't drop a series until it was against Gen G and then against Heretics. Now this is a much more familiar foe. But the objective is the same.
And the last time G2 lost, it was against LEV. You know they want that revenge arc. A site
This ain't awake yet.
Just dominated by G2.
This is a strong setup for LEV though. We got 3 people here. We got Killjoy ult. It's they're definitely not going to be expecting the Killjoy ult to be playing on site so heavy. Wait, this was genius though. They send the wingman out, no spike over towards the right, then 3-person push the left with Dizzy Flash. That was awesome.
I love this cascade.
And then as they spam, they swing after.
Any day, Calm. He answers back though.
And the money for LEV is not great. I don't think they can really, unless it's a lot of kills out from Calm and from King. Icebox has to be careful. An investment of the op being lost here is
I was going to say, no way he wins that. Okay, now it's Jonah P's turn.
King 12 HP, that's the first one, that's the weak one.
Shout out to Com, man. Com was everything on this round. This is a cool strat though for G2. I like this idea. This is really cool.
Com, he's been stepping up huge.
A good mix-up. We've never seen them do that as well, so it's definitely like them bringing new stuff.
He stepped up once more, and he has another Hunter's Fury online for the next round. The entries were great.
Yeah, dude, look at that guy, man. He's just out here playing like a duelist. Just as soon as he hears that flash, he's just running at him, W key, trying to make sure they get space.
He's looking on point in this game so far. Back-to-back rounds that he's had big impact.
Okay, this is where we got to pay attention right here. If LEV lose this is going to be an absolutely nightmare half for them. We've got Official 1 away as well, so everyone's going to be talking about orbs at the moment.
Really, from both squads, it seems like both have just agreed to.
We got Sova ult, so we early drone. The absolute classic. He's going to kill this guy on the left, right?
I mean, we saw it with LEV and Vitality just a little bit ago.
Yep.
Whoa! My guy, you got Sova ult.
Has to dash out.
Oh boy. No, they wanted to fight site, and we got Harbor ult, Sova ult. Okay, Sova ult on. Oh my god, everyone's doing this over.
He probably should have. But they've managed to get the spike down now. Tex has a really big ult that he can try to flush the side out with.
And he should do just that, especially when this drone gets so much info.
He has to take a step back, caught by it. They don't really need to invest the lockdown anymore. It's just Jonah P left on the site.
Yeah, what a nightmare. Okay, convincing. There we go. That's nice though. 4 people staying alive as well.
Cover it all. He will fall. LEV get their third. That's another defuse.
Com, yeah, Com's doing insane work right now.
Now one step closer to having you back online.
He's the reason.
Working wonders for Leviathan. It's back-to-back round wins. And Com, the Hunter's Fury. Trent couldn't get value, but he can. Some good work. King did such a good job in this round of staying alive against the Harbor Ultimate. He could have gotten swarmed at any moment. There you go. And we heard something.
This is a nightmare though. Okay, and we're keeping it so clean. Now, now LEV can force them to an eco. So, another important round.
A site in its entirety. They know how good G2 are in the
Viper roll. This is funny. Like stolen the G2 Viper roll, but it's a little bit different.
Yeah.
G2 do the Viper roll with the alarm board here, and LEV do it this way. And they put 2 people in it. They're really, dude. LEV are heavily expecting them to try and force through this.
Well, that'll flush it out.
They're not ready for Tax. He gets a collat.
What a spot to be in. And yeah, King gets caught. That should clear out the pit.
Oh, no way, bro. That's insane, dude. They run the gauntlet. Everyone's 1 HP. He gets the shorty out.
I've never seen something like that.
That's sick.
He was
the timing was so close with that.
The Thrash detain, jumping in the air. A good setup for King, but you did not expect it to go this way with the shorty.
No, he got 2. Yeah, I mean everyone's just 1 HP running out of that.
We talked about Icebox
So there's been a couple of rounds where G2 have been a step ahead. This was probably the first round, I would say, where like mind games wise, LEV were ahead. They knew they were going to force through this. We even had an alarm bot over towards here with a guy in the corner as well. If they were even going to try creep one into this area,
I don't think they saw him. They didn't see him.
Or they were going to try force.
You've dealt with Calm. You still have to take care of Zeno. Now Reckoning invested. They're scattering.
Reckoning and Lockdown. The combo. G2, they have to leave all of A site, work something else on the map. That turret's still up, though, in mid.
Well, the thing is, though, you've got so much time left in the round. You have to have presence A to ensure that they're not just re-clearing and they're not hitting it again. That's why you see them push so far up past 410.
Yeah, good proactivity. This is something Leviathan does quite often as well. Even when they're up numbers, they'll do this.
You imagine Jonah P's waiting for his orb to come back up so they can clear mid, not have to worry about the turret, but the timing is way too fishy.
It's been a lot of misses today.
Not able to settle a shot. A great response out from Trent. They've got to understand the jig is up. Leaf with the op. In a position like this is dangerous.
Uh-oh.
Dropping Mazzino, the pit planted.
Dude, they got to be so careful of him holding every angle. Oh my god, the instant reposition, knowing that they were going to try and clear that angle. That's sick.
Still has one more to deal with.
Damn, bro, what a round. And it all came down to the Icebox whiff. I've never seen a whiff actually snowball into a more devastating round.
One whiff was the difference between G2 winning the round and losing the round.
You rarely see that.
Honestly, all of a sudden, if
like a missed shot normally costs like pretty heavy. This was probably the most. Probably the most I've seen for a long time. Just a whole round, bro. Leaf's instant decision to reposition there is so sick as well, though.
For all of his teams.
Back-breaking round there really is, yeah.
3K on the round for him, and then I think the biggest thing we've got to mention is he put the op down. Didn't carry it into the next. A lot of ults here to play around. Trent has his ult, Leaf has his ult too. Nothing to speak of on the side of the defense.
That was a very far drone. It's all to find out if Icebox is opping anywhere towards A site. But he's not either. He's using a rifle of his own. Lockdown will be invested. Trent
that was a devastating round to lose.
Yeah, it seems like they're pretty intent on sticking this one through. There is no misdirection. There's nothing found on the other side. Tex just tries to play on the knife's edge. He's going to get detained, but he shouldn't get punished. Should be okay.
Wait, you fast flood in even though one of your teammates has been detained?
The back site, but G2, they can just play post plant right now with that.
Yeah, this is a strong post plant as well.
They have so many tools at their disposal. Trent's going to clear everything
They got to tap the spike real fast.
Behind him. But now the Reckoning. Wisps lighting up the sky as they've dropped the... It's a beautiful combo, man.
Should they have saved it, or are they good?
He gets a little bit of damage, he gets a little bit of info, he can buy his
time. Yeah, they're pretty good. Yeah, and
in a 1v4.
this is kind of fun because I call this the G2 plant because of the EU team that used to G2 plant here. But the good thing about the G2 plant is literally you see all the positions they're in right now and how perfect they're playing it. Like they're prioritizing all three of the positions. Right, you got here where you can see the spike, you got down here where you can see the spike, and you got up here where you can see the spike. Also got here as well if you kind of do it more to the left.
That was the name of the game for G2. It's what happened last time around. These two teams.
Still G2, yeah, they're bringing it back. Honestly, they have wingman plant there a good amount of time, so it still kind of works.
On a first half on Icebox,
good old mix, well, dude. G2, no joke. If you look back at G2's game, every game from like 2021, I think that whole year, you would look at their Icebox game, and they would always go A, and if they lost 2 in a row, then they would go somewhere else. That was their plan every single time they played Icebox. It would work for no matter what demo you picked out. A on attack, yeah, A on attack's a lot.
Gives you wings.
Brilliant. Dude, my Twitch chat is so laggy today. It keeps like reconnecting. Let me try to load up a new one and see if that helps. I don't know what's going on. I can only see YouTube chat really at the moment. Do another pop out and see if that helps. Connecting to chat still. Yeah, dude. The chat is just lagging so much. It's bugging for everyone. Oh, okay. It's just Twitch at the moment. Okay. I mean, the YouTube chat's working pretty well. Just same.
The flow state of calling.
Not lagging for you? Okay, I mean maybe it's fixed,
but closed out the half 8-4, and now Icebox is gonna need to step up huge in this moment. He's the only duelist in the server right now in terms of the actual agents.
Irony, thank you for doing that, bro. Appreciate you.
Yeah, he's playing like a duelist.
All right, let's look at the pistol rounds, and again, G2 pretty much win majority of the pistols against LEV, and that would be the end of this map.
With an nano on top, but everyone else beat.
Yeah, last time around for Leviathan, that turret was their demise. Heaven was completely
we got early alarm, but we got 3-person push. Wait, G2 did the same strat that LEV did. That's so funny. Red Jack, thank you so much for the 5 gifted, bro. Appreciate that. Chat, if your Twitch chat isn't lagging, make sure you get some Oilers in. Thank you so much for doing that, man. Red Jack, appreciate you. Thank you for the 5 gifted.
Yeah, the problem is this spike has been
11 altogether. Thank you so much for that. Whoa, he was about to get scanned though, right?
And again, into the face of the firing squad! But Tex shows he can shoot back!
No way. I mean, Tex has to actually ace it.
They're both so fragile.
Oh, not the G2 wall again.
Can he deliver the shots? 4 bullets left, 2 targets to be found. 1 left. Can he spot the
Damn,
yes,
bro.
he can.
Oh, okay, wait. Sorry, I did another kill to him. Damn, that was legit, though. That was really good. One absolute savior.
What a round from Leviathan.
Dude, I thought he got him all. He body shot the other one, right?
It's nothing like we've ever seen before. It cuts the sight in half for the retake. And the start of the retake was
nice
so
shooting,
good
dude.
for G2
Insane shooting.
The shots that he just hit, being able to deduct where Leaf was, sticking that spike. Another day in the office for him as well. And he's sitting at 13 and 10.
I'm surprised Leaf got that kill back to sight, huh?
Leviathan needed that, and they needed that bad.
A Marshall in the hands of Leaf, but that's really the only weaponry to speak of for the side of G2. All of that.
Yeah, I mean, the thing with this wall is you can definitely fight a lot easier. Do stuff like this.
How do you fight back?
Another gun there, maybe,
but you almost found a timing amongst all that chaos of utility on the actual nest area of A, but Leviathan, they're just gonna contact in after the drone, use their utility, and suffocate all the players back site. Double swings all around. Another, that's that wall I was mentioning. So odd.
Yeah.
So unique.
Still seeing innovation on the map. Leaf left in a 1v3.
Okay,
yeah,
it is a nice start.
Yep. Yeah.
Not too bad. They save all the good guns into. That's all that matters.
In the first half. He's turned to Page.
And a lot of good weaponry saved as well for Leviathan. Looking very similar to the start that G2 had. Albeit not winning the macro game, I would say, but the micro. It's kind of what you expect from Leviathan in this matchup. You expect them to be the ones that pop up individually against G2, and G2 to be the ones
4
that
people to tank
take
this?
a more coordinated team approach.
Man, I tell you what,
another AD fault this time around. Leviathan opting to put King and
equally surprised and impressed that G2 keep using this wall.
Prodding up.
Again.
Oh, at least this time we're actually seeing some cool stuff around it.
Oh my goodness.
He slipped the net. Oh, and he spots
them both. Oh, he just insta went for it.
A little bit of damage dealt, but the cost was his life.
Yeah, and the cost was all that B space as well. All of B gathered right now. Text deposited.
LEV have so many options here. They can rotate him back B and fill in with Tex. They can just leave
not
him
the
there,
calmest, yeah, not at all. And this is the guy that's really scary because everyone right now is light armor now.
And G2 aren't reading into it at all.
Well, as soon as that
I like this
hover
from
wall went
LEV,
up,
right? They create so much pressure over towards here. And
G2 knows something's among.
The plan is for them to end over towards A,
no
but
tap with a spike.
they're definitely going to have to go back and go B here because it's just full
That
clear.
would have been their cue,
Oh, that's some mad timing.
Mazzino.
He's gone exploring.
Yeah, really nicely done. And is this a bonus?
Try to exit, and now they've inserted Icebox on the other side. This double, triple pump fake seems to be working out for LEV.
The B players were just human drones at that point, and now Icebox, he turns into a lurk. He's gonna be met by Joe.
That's wild, man. Look at these two with having some little mini game.
LEV right now. This round has been gorgeous to watch.
Yeah, you want to talk about running circles?
Holy hell! They kind of know he's here.
Right there.
But he's just owning everyone.
Icebox, he's not slowing down right now.
Tries to land the shots on
He did
Icy.
insane though.
Not able to best him, but the damage has been dealt. Icy's finding a little bit of value at the end, a parting gift.
All around is awesome rounds.
He's already ahead of this. He was the one that got the entry at B, and he's all the way here to
some nice shots from him though.
But
I mean,
Icy, standing tall.
maybe this gets his confidence up. I'll tell you what, Fischl is something unreal to have as well.
But again, I mean, for as much as Icy's doing really cool things, they're going to end up on Reddit, I'm sure. LEV's calling this round was beautiful.
End up on Reddit.
He called a phenomenal round.
Saving 3K Reddit's not that bad.
On the extremities. If it was A side, it would have been Icebox. Towards B, it was Tex and Mazzino.
That was a brutal Reddit flame.
Human drones.
One, the thing I really like about this approach too is that they aren't fully shoehorning themselves into one play.
Yeah.
Right. Everything had a okay. If this doesn't work, then we still have this. There were layers to their
Beautiful
approach.
call there, boys.
It is a really nice call, yeah. Especially just to go back with the spike here.
Sure.
Yeah, this is one of the better things of Harbor, right? You can wall up, you can clear this area, then you can do an extra wall here, then clear this area, or like both sides as well.
You hear him there saying like,
exactly.
Like one of the best things you can do at Harbor.
Had to point that one out. So G2, their economy, it's not looking too hot right now.
Yeah, they're doing it back to him.
He saved it from the previous round.
Yeah, and he's so close again to having the thrash. But this is danger.
This Viper wall is still so interesting, but it looks like Leviathan have a good read on how to deal with it. Just bait it out, understanding that G2 like to play on the right side of it for the most part.
I mean, they're just doing such a good job at creating all these acute angles.
This is much better with Harbor, though. See, like, I like this with Harbor, right? You make this bit the kill.
Bait it out. Almost every single piece of
Harbor push him through here, you have 1, 2, 3, kind of 4 angles.
That dart's gonna get so much info.
Found a third
this
there.
is a much better way of using Harbor instead of backing up the Sova stuff, the Viper stuff.
Again, Harbor's utility goes
big flash, big molly.
And this time, they're done playing games. They're fully committing out onto the hit. Remember, they didn't have much of a buy on the side of G2.
He got another molly.
Is still in play.
Got a mosh pit.
They've burned the clock down so low, but is it going to be enough?
Icy did really well here. What is this duel like?
No, he's just sticking it out. He's got to be careful here. There's so much danger, but very nicely handled with the ult. The thrifty round win
is
for
just
G2.
like, surely I get this kill. He's 45 HP.
G2
Okay, this was awesome from G2. I like this idea of making this like a harder, like an actual choke point on A.
Cycling the utility. And Icy with the entry on the top against Tex. That's the cue to start investing more layers of utility. Icebox, he just
this looked really hard for them to get through. This one thing being a choke point.
So unique.
I like this idea.
You're not used to playing against something like this, so you don't know all the looks.
Good job.
Yeah, that's the thing. This is like probably the first time we've seen this be a hard choke point to get through, and they gotta go up on this for sure. But
and back to their old ways they go. This is for all intents and purposes a rifle round for LEV. Icebox popping his blades.
He's put in work with the blades, especially entering towards the A site, so I'm expecting big things out of him this round.
He's got the drone to pave the way.
Yeah, it looks a little bit similar to the other round where we had this callback over towards B.
Space gathered again. Last time around, that's what allowed Leviathan to just finesse around the map.
Yeah, but it was off of insertions from everyone.
Yep.
This time there's nobody that's been inserted towards A.
And the reclear of trench.
Yeah, the reclear is awesome at the moment. So the 3-person death ball can actually just be over towards B.
Towards this B site.
Oh, they might all get here at the right time. We got some good util as well. Like we got util to fight. We got util to stop the plant.
The thing is, that ult cannot hit an updrafting Jet. So the Jet knives Icebox. He gets tagged down a little bit. Doesn't get value.
First the wall. Now the Reckoning at the ready.
Weird one though, they got no one coming spawn. Like G2, if they go into this, it's a crossfire.
The flood in full effect.
Yeah, it's a G2 mess up here. Even though what they were doing was awesome, doesn't make sense. They gotta have, even if it's just one person creating pressure here, they gotta have that so they don't feel comfy being in this area to duel you here. That's the one problem with like. Basically, if you like looked at this from a crossfire POV, like they're basically running into this, and that's something that you never ever want to do. You gotta have someone spawn. Look how easy this is for this guy. All still up as well on the right, or like this guy's left at least.
Cove was perfect. Nobody aware. The trade just couldn't get.
Yeah, I would call a timeout after this.
A quick answer back from Leviathan, and now G2 taking their first timeout of Icebox. What a close game.
Yeah, and this should just be reinforcing over towards B. It was like a big round where, first of all, they played the retake wrong. Second of all, they've been sussed. Like the fact that they're playing heavy over towards A and we just got info over towards B playing retake. Like that has been sussed right now.
We're going to see if G2 can do a bit of the same.
G2 just haven't really had an answer for the actual A fight that they're taking. I think they're expecting Leviathan to commit into an A execute, but they don't.
Yeah, it feels like lever in control now. Easy side of the map. E2's money's completely wrecked.
Ending B in massive rounds.
Right? Apparently not.
Rounds
We're getting stingers out.
Are dire for G2.
Only one though.
And now LEV, they're sitting pretty on 2 ultimates of their own. They can get a third.
They ecoed them in the other round. Yeah.
The Reckoning.
They still get insta reset, and I thought only like 2 of them survived, right? Or maybe it was more.
Success towards that A side of the map. And this time, G2, their approach.
Yeah, okay. I mean that's a free ult.
Game plan of.
Friends gonna enjoy that one.
A wall and delaying the inevitable.
Placing swarm grenade.
We're gonna go for more mid control.
It was 4 of them surviving the eco. Oh, okay. Well, you can blame that on the morning again.
The drone spotting 2.
Yeah, it doesn't spot the guy close though.
Right here. What's a response from
when he hears the drones, he pulled it off. Oh.
This is such a different look.
Yeah, I think they're gonna try to play just a full retake style this time around.
Yeah, and it might just be fast retake with the ult, or are we saving it for this? Keep an eye, because we've got some mind games at the moment for sure.
It's interesting though because they don't have the Reckoning for a retake attempt. They don't have the Thrash for the retake attempt to flood behind it.
They got a good amount of.
So consistent.
Damn, that's the ult.
Man, and he hits
yeah, now the Killjoy ult can go down without anything stopping it. That is everything.
So now the lockdown, it gets
the
so
comp's been
value.
pretty impactful.
It's such a deep lockdown as well. Everyone has to play so far back. No real chance of a flood.
They flush out the side, and Icebox fills in on the space behind it. Now they have a Reckoning of their own. That
yeah, and they got this ult now to secure after plant. Win this round, force into an eco.
Icebox with a little bit of friendly fire will finally go down as Tex fills in behind it. Numbers away the attack of Goop in his face, and Tex cannot settle shots. Icy's been really good. He's going to have to 1v2 to win this round.
Yeah, if Jonah P won that duel, that would have been a very scary round. Of course, comes on the flank.
This is typical for him, but he doesn't even get in on the action. Mazzino cleans him up, and we're tied.
Right, force him down to an eco. This was again, this was a good understanding from LEV. Every ult into it, knowing they push him down to an eco.
They
come just randomly ult.
And he takes out Trent of all players. The only guy that could have countered the lockdown.
Yeah, low-key unlucky.
Yeah. Like, hey, unlucky, bro.
What can you do?
I swear they used the drone earlier.
I mentioned at the beginning of the map that at the beginning of the series that these 2 teams are the best gun round teams in the tournament. Both at something like 60%.
Yeah, force them down to an eco. The good news for G2, and like the only good news really, is they're so far away from ults. Like that is the only thing that G2 have going for them, is they're going to get all of their big ults up before LEV.
That's why the score is 9-9 right now.
That's the only thing I got.
Fighting tooth and nail. but you're right. That thrifty round that G2 got previously, it was kind of a saving grace of this half. That being said, it's the only round they won this half, so that's why I say that.
Spamming plants who went for it.
Back sight, Mazino's Cove. Ooh, not able to clear that out. So that will throw a wrinkle into their plans. Can they iron this out?
Weapons just aren't there for G2. We saw what they could do last time around, but this site, B site. Oh my gosh, I was gonna say it could be so difficult to find kills.
Again, you mentioned it a few moments ago. They've had a 50-round win already.
And surely Leviathan know that there's so many members of G2 here, but they have no space on the other side.
It's still very hard for them to plant.
It's the same approach. Remember a couple of rounds ago they called a freeze. G2 didn't move. They're doing it again.
And Trent has the entire mid line, so he doesn't need to.
Yeah,
now
so they need to duel back his site.
Hunter's Fury if he wants to invest it.
There's more
I mean, they got better guns. They should be okay.
This time it's a Stinger and a Bulldog.
The time, Doug. The time's running too low. Calm, he wanted to double back, but they realized the time is too low. They have to commit. The Hunter's Fury is taken out.
Yeah, okay, nicely done, man.
Wow, what a fight on site from Leviathan.
They handled it well.
That round away. Trent, if he doesn't drop in that moment, the time was so low, he could have won solely off of the Hunter's Fury.
6 of the last 7 the way of Lev, and yeah, that one was probably the closest we've seen so far.
Down to the wire.
And yeah, Trent falls, but it was the gunfight afterwards where everything just went into chaos.
Oh man.
Trent falling there certainly doesn't help, but those fights right there on the other side of the cove, that's where the real trouble lies.
They just jawed him out. Yeah, that's
the same thing I just
that
said.
is a why are you peeking?
Why are we peeking?
Yeah.
Because
Trent, 15 seconds here, peeking this for info, doesn't need to happen. He's the one that wins the round with the ult.
First time in this series. And it's the double walk up mid-tube.
This is what it felt like what G2 was concerned about a couple of rounds ago on that mid presence.
Yep.
They've got the turret. Yeah, they've got the turret a little bit further back into cover. But all of Lev are back towards B.
Dude, we got 4 ults. We got a Viper. We got a Viper ult, but we have the op out. Looking like me in ranked here. That's something I would do.
And opping Jonah P.
We got nothing to stop the plant.
And post plant on the B
we got
side.
people inserted towards top.
Tap on the turret. Texas playing his position so nicely.
And he heard the guy drop down middle, right?
He just quietly lures him in.
Should ask for the orb.
I was gonna say, Jonah,
anyway.
you must have the fastest reactions ever if that's the angle you're taking.
Stop from Jonah P. That op hasn't found very much value.
Whoa.
Once again,
we are messing up from G2. Back-to-back poor rounds from them.
What's the spark? I don't think there's one this round. He's got to try.
And it was nice from Lev. Lev had a good understanding against the double insert. One on middle, one on site.
Yeah, they're trying to find him. That's a nice shot. Still 2 waiting on the other side. Can he try to hang on to this? White knuckling his way.
Okay, nicely done from King. Yeah, a little jiggle in here. Yeah, that was brutal from G2 here. They kind of messed up. This was great from Lev. Like the overall plan was really good again.
Doesn't commit fully to that re-clear into. See the replay of that right here, yeah. Caught Lack and thought that he was a little bit deeper, and that from Leaf just jumping down.
Yeah, I mean they gotta fight towards B a bit more.
Why would a Sova be there is probably what he's saying to himself. But you gotta be ready for everything.
That's the
yeah, he's laughing, yeah.
That's the maniacal giggle of a Sova who's playing in Cubby under hell.
Yeah.
He knows what he's gotten away with. Absolute
madman. Leaf is actually lucky that that ultimate wasn't committed into that round. So he will carry that on in the future rounds, but that's the second time
G2, I mean, they've had a pretty bad defense. Icebox just this tourney. I feel like the wall, this wall, at least on A, they did a lot of cool stuff with it. So I'm feeling a little bit better about some of the stuff that they actually used in this one. But their B at the moment is crazy weak.
See those in just a few moments.
It's so hard to get a Thrifty against a Reckoning. Even if you're stacked on that site, you can't just stand still with a Sheriff. I mean, we've heard of cosmetic stuns, but it would have to be cosmetic stuns on an entirely different level.
G2 have a really difficult question to answer here, and I think it's what the timeout was around. They find themselves 1 round away from map point. They have 4 ults, and they're 1 pip away from having their 5th, and it's on this light eco. So, I mean, you have a lot of things you have to answer here. Do you fully invest into everything and kind of Empty the cupboards, throw everything at him, and kind of see what happens? Do you hang on to all of them and play for OT? This is a really difficult spot for G2.
Keep an eye on the
even if you get a couple kills into the round and you invest a couple ultimates, there's still a chance you don't win. What a molly
there we go,
lineup.
nice.
That's disgusting work.
Is that Tex?
Yep.
Wait, is this a better lineup than what people use, where it's like deeper so that you can't run in and break it as well?
Used in mid. They're so worried that
they gotta use that instant.
The call on this is gorgeous because you're right. They have to consider what could be happening mid. Meanwhile, they're gonna fill into A for free.
And who did they see in 2 last round? It was Tex pushed all the way up.
Icy was the only one playing back A.
Oh my good, what a call from King.
But the question is now, do they invest their ults?
They're here so early. Yeah, they're here so early that it's not going to expect them. Dude, the calling at the moment has been so nice from LEV. I feel like every single round on attack has been called really well, I say, as they decide to push into spawn against Ecos.
There's no way they get away with this.
What the hell are they doing?
There's no way King can get to it.
Oh.
But there are so many things. You're going to get faced into 2 as soon as you swing through this door. What can King do?
He can isolate 1v1.
They're both so weak. You've got to be careful playing this on the knife's edge. Can King stabilize? One big step done. They've invested one of the ults, but it's a bait. King's repositioning, 13 seconds left. Does he take the fight or does he go for the plant? Waits out the ult and now committing. First bit of utility through, and it's not going to tag him. He's got to know that he's there, but he's so weak.
Bro.
Another
what on earth was that from LEV? That is one of the worst rounds I've ever seen.
Was Leviathan in this round?
That is one of the worst, hands down, the worst rounds we've ever seen.
Just chill out. Another MasterCard Thrifty when you push that deep.
What on earth are they doing?
G2 are going to take that any day of the week.
This was that nerdy lineup that we saw at the beginning.
Do they all just hunt for eco kills? Sure, kill,
That's what led
kill.
to the full focus mid. That's what led to the full A take for nothing.
What are you guys
doing?
doing?
Led to this disaster that happened out towards spawn.
What on earth are all of you doing?
Leviathan have effectively given G2 an in. Once again.
And I mean, it's not just an in. It's not like the window's been cracked. They kicked the damn door down. They have 4 ults.
The ultimates, exactly.
What a mess of a situation.
Dude, imagine losing because of that.
First one used. Can Calm find a kill again?
Dude, this reminded me of a bind game that we did, where we had a strat where we pushed mid on defense, and you meant to like push all the way through mid and go back through hookah, and they carried on pushing all the way like through spawn. I remember watching it thinking, what on earth are they doing?
Trent gets caught asleep at the wheel. And now everything starts to come through. They don't know there's a second one!
I was going to say, do they expect a second guy? Oh, he nearly got a third here on this. Okay, well, it looks like LEV should answer back, but Leaf's going to go behind, probably uses... Oh my god.
Out from Val, and if they try to flood behind this, it would be ideal,
but forget about the flood. What is that? Okay, well, any idea of using this ult has just completely gone.
I thought the door had been kicked down, but on the contrary, it's been slammed shut.
No block of vision for this. You have lost this one.
Swing.
At least he knows where they are.
Realizing he has so many targets, he has to deal with so many angles to consider. Now tagged by the dart, no real time to speak of.
Yeah.
And now a shock in his face. He tries to create a little bit of space, but he cannot.
Nicely done. Much better on this one.
Response from LEV.
It might not matter.
That's now 7-4.
It might not matter. 2 chances.
They've run away with it.
Good mental fortitude from Leviathan.
Bro, I can't believe that other round. Holy hell.
A lot of teams can crumble in that moment. Maybe even lose out the map, but this double lurk play. Catching G2 off guard again. And what is that? I mean, that's just, what can you do? Mazino's just spamming off of
Bro, I was begging you to bait me, bro.
What a beautiful call, man. The double insertion mid, right into the next round we go. Leviathan on map point. King has a pit.
We got two ults that should be relatively easy. The problem is King's ult. If they get over towards the site, they're going to have a great time. X one away from AWP.
Holding the A space.
They're planning ahead though, Lev. They get Mazino. Damn.
Good shock dart down.
Yeah, that's straight on him.
Broken yet.
G2 have been this super
yeah, and we got the Xerxia ult. And they do the good lineup where you have like a cubby at the back here.
They seem to have solved it. Early pit out from Jonah P towards A.
Yeah, once you hear this ult, you kind of can get a lot of free space over towards A.
That's where all of it is.
We've got a one-person pressure over towards B. We're keeping on the rotates.
That causes 2 players of G2 to shift over. But the hit is actually coming towards A site.
It's interesting. I don't think they're convinced of this. The 2 nanos are still up. They haven't heard.
Yeah, it might be a lot down to might be a lot down to Trent and Jonah.
I don't know that was enough.
Jonah does not have the gun. Oh, nice, bro. That's the spike. 20 seconds. They put their own Viper ult into it as well. Oh, wait, this is nuts. You just kill Joe at this? Yeah, you do. Now you got to force them into your own Viper ult.
They haven't found enough space. They've got to navigate the pit. They've got to navigate the lockdown. And the clock is burned.
Is he going to tank it? He's going to go into the Viper's ult.
With the lighter weaponry.
Where are we? Dude, both of them get detained here as well. This is nicely played from G2.
Can they find him? Can they hunt him down? Yes, they can.
Dude, was that the song clip?
G2 will get to 11.
I thought for a second
that was kind of cool though.
Unnoticed, but the professor, he's not falling for that
shout out to Icy. Him taking down the planter here is just
this is such
the
a
round.
Crazy match that we're witnessing so far.
It's the round after he does that.
Forth.
Yeah, the Killjoy ult was cool though. Forced them into the Viper ult no matter what. You either go into the Killjoy ult or you either tank the Viper ult.
Super unconventional.
We got.
Yeah, we are.
We got no.
He just did.
God.
He did such a good job of making the site.
I wanted to say what they were gonna say. We got no ults though for G2, but LEV, we got some ults. They could potentially even get a Harbor ult online. We'll keep an eye on Mazzino.
Oh, it's a fight. It's a brawl.
They want to fight this.
Decides OT, or we're headed to Abyss. Fallon holds the line.
God, they send it through the wall, bro. They send it through the wall back again. That's why we use the wall. It's good for aggro.
We're going the distance. We're going to be gifted with free Valorant.
1v2.
Can he pull this off?
He has so much time to work with. He's biding his time. On the other end, G2 doubling up.
Yeah, they realize that fear lies in the fact that they don't know where he is. There's really no utility that's given any info.
Notice the spacing too. Trent kind of baiting Leaf in a way.
Yeah.
Worried that.
Yeah, they're so fast behind on this.
Meanwhile,
oh, they don't go behind though. So it might not work out too well. Damn, dude. He just popped the molly. Yeah.
But King can still play anywhere.
Oh my God.
He could flip the map back. Ooh. Spotting one, and now position given away. A spit at their feet.
30 seconds left.
Buys enough time to get the spike down.
Ooh, I'm nervous, man. It's doable.
King looking for a little bit of safety, looking for a little bit of space. As the wall goes down, the first shot goes through a dink, but no kill found yet. Off the tap. King
damn, nice shot, bro. Dude, it went to, this went to overtime. LEV really messed up, man.
What a shot from Trent.
That round where they push spawn cost them. Let's see if they can get a free lesson, or if it's actually going to cost them heavy. This was a nice call from G2 to fight this though, especially considering the ults. Like they were not here with the ults, right? We got ult disadvantage. Mazzino's kind of 2 away from his. He could potentially get an orb, get a plant. So they just go super aggro with this wall that is kind of made for it. Yeah, this is the first time I've seen this G2 wall and actually liked it. Now with the stuff they're doing, whereas before they were playing like super passive and it just looked like it gave you free space.
That's a hell of a performance from him.
Insane. And this is the first round, Doug, that G2 have used. Oh, no, sorry, that's Leviathan. I'm getting my teams mixed up right now. I was going to say they used a normal Viper wall for once.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about.
Overtime resetting the situation. G2 on the attack side. You've got Icebox and you've got King here. The only 2 close by.
Ooh, there's a nice molly.
He's got the dash proc. The wall goes up. Bullet whizzing by.
Yeah, the molly on the feet stops Trent.
Info found. Mazzino, he's here quickly on the rotate.
Yeah, able to move the line of scrimmage, yes, but it's a little bit further and it's still set up. Just when they think they have
wow,
that part
bro,
solved,
he commits here.
Another wall goes up. That was really nicely done by Com. He took all of that space A to confirm.
Yeah, it's nice. Just gets out of there before the wall goes down. Double block as well. They use both of them for vision block. I mean, it's a heavy question mark trade here.
But he can't connect. Oh,
no way, what's going on there? 2 HP.
Not able to be the safety valve that Leviathan needed in that instance. And so they're going to turn.
Got a giant question mark here, but as we can see, we've got alarm bot and info, so they might not expect 3 people on site. And they got to wait out the smoke. How long's this got? Well, this is really good from Lev, though. 3 people here, they got such a good chance, especially with Icebox here.
This was where he tried finding a kill at the very beginning of the round, and he wasn't able to do so. Can he succeed the second time?
Gotta go hero mode.
Into the swing. I see into the kill.
Oh boy. Oh my god, dude. Are they actually gonna lose this?
Respecting G2, man. A flawless round.
Wow. Leviathan, it looked like they had a read on what was going on, but sometimes it just doesn't even matter. Calm.
It's all my fault. Do you know the mad thing? I was complimenting the calling when they all push spawn as well. That's the most mad thing about this.
Couldn't connect when he needed to. The pressure.
Like, I can't get that spawn round out. that round where they push spawn is the most mental thing I think I've seen in Valorant. I cannot believe they've done that.
G2 getting a little bit aggressive again, getting in the mix of things at A. 4 members here.
And Leviathan doing their best to make a stand. This is their home turf. 12-3 in 2024 on this map. It's their playground.
And Icebox, he's been the king of Icebox. Unmatched. Yeah, but Tex, oh my gosh, what a timing.
I had him.
Can he find value here again? Can he get away with it one more time?
No, don't think so. It's trade, it pushes people away. Yeah, now they kind of got to clear over towards middle. Insta clear middle, while they're clearing middle, they take a little bit of space.
Still up. Position given away. Do they commit to this? They've left.
Yeah, we got to keep an eye on this Lacquer over towards middle. Looks like he can cause some chaos.
Target found. Look at the discipline out from G2, man. They're not giving him a single fight. Patience as Leaf almost gets punished. Pepper through, but responding. And now Mazzino.
Yeah, this is the guy, man.
Be careful, that's
that is no longer the guy.
Tricky little thing, but Mazzino was able to find safe passage, able to get across.
Whoa!
And he has to be dealt with here. You cannot forget him.
Look at that wall.
Yeah, the wall's sick.
He's got a pixel he can play off of.
Leaving just the slivers. Icy's gonna fall as well. Valen and Trent, only 2 left standing. Trent down to 0 health. Valen. Can he be this good? On low time and
not a chance.
There's no shot.
Okay, we go again.
1 round of OT was not enough to settle us. We go again.
Yeah, this is a nice from Mazzino.
Mazzino played that beautifully. Playing to his advantages, understanding that once he lives in that moment, G2 have to deal with him. And the wall to isolate, but that beginning entry from Tex to spread the defense in.
Leaf, man.
What a play to make in a match. So risky. That was so well played from Mazzino, living in that moment, putting his own wall up, using that Phantom as a spam. The only Phantom player on this side of Leviathan, on this map at least.
Yeah, the luck. God approves of the luck. Okay.
G2 back on attack. A really aggressive spot here for Icebox.
Lev fighting on A again. Okay, it's not as aggressive as it was. I much prefer this kind of fight where you're just setting the jet out. Oh boy, well that'll do it.
Oh, how?
That'll do it.
He's gonna get away, but he's been flushed out.
And they get the orb on top of this. Now all they need is a plant for Viper ult. So now Lev in a 4v5 have to stop the plant. Oh, that is rough. I would be fine with them like 3-person pushing mid, late push of A. They gotta do something.
Just feels like G2 have gotten so many of them.
Yeah, but this time around, Valen taking the right approach. Heading back towards that B side. They know that the B orb is still up. Keep in mind, Jonah P, he grabbed the A orb and got a kill. He's 1 off of that Viper's pit. That's the win condition into this round.
Oh, I don't think they've been proactive enough.
I don't know that anyone saw the cascade go up across the middle of the map. That's why they have everyone
At least they get early alarm bot info. They got 1 molly that gets popped now. They got 1 more molly to stop the plant. Does it kill Wingman? Oh, they popped it early.
And all the mollies aren't here.
Gotta break that. Yeah, and they just know as soon as they get that kill, as long as they trade out the plant there, they win the round.
Invested. Right here.
Well,
I mean, they don't have a drone. They don't really have anything to deal with this pit.
At best, the shock dart comes back up off of a cooldown, but...
Yeah, but even then, I mean, Valen,
yeah, they got double fire for this, though. He's got a mate behind him.
Crosshair drained.
And there he is.
Trent over the top, the suppressive fire helps him out. King's left alone.
Really nice.
Trent gets 3, G2 again on map point.
I mean, it was solid from G2. As soon as they spot the harbor in that position, man, they just util dump it. At least I think they spotted him in that position, right? It was jet into contact into swing. Yeah, there's too many pings there for it to not be.
There's nothing you can do about that. He tried to go away, tried to get away unscathed. It's decimated. Icebox. Barely see Trent in that moment. That last shot. Too easy for him.
I love the hard-hitting comms that come out. Players, intense moments. Right, biggest tournament of the year, high-pressure OT. That one.
It will be a timeout for G2, though. Trying to close this one out.
Icebox, yeah, he's always on top of
back OTs.
Dude, this has been such a ridiculous map between these two guys. 8-8 on gun rounds. 14-13 in way of first bloods for G2. Everything is on like a razor-thin margin.
I said it. It's really a battle of attrition. These two teams are so evenly matched. And yeah, Leviathan won the last time around in a BO5. But this is all that matters. Champions. The biggest of
scopes
for the
final? Nah, they won't do that.
And it truly does feel like you're actually playing for the real #1 seed in this tournament right here. In terms of NA.
You mentioned feeling like they're under the biggest of scopes. I mean,
so both teams get to talk in the timeout.
In situations like this, the tiniest of weaknesses get punished. And for some reason, G2 consistently find a way to push LEV on this map. And then again,
are they going aggro on A? It makes the thing is, you're going to expect it, but
what a different
only map. 2. Are we just getting an orb?
I mean, it couldn't be any more different, really. Leviathan once again.
Yeah, we're just getting an orb.
Balance. Forced to keep this.
Honestly, this is just smart, just to take it away from them as well.
We just saw LEV recall his utility before the stuff got cleared.
But it was middle, right?
Yeah, he didn't know how it got broken previously. This time sitting around there waiting to see if it was a molly line.
Okay, well he can at least place his turret here once that's done.
He'll have that
yeah, he panicked a little bit.
He'll put it in mid.
Yeah, it's up now.
Yeah, now it's in middle. It was always at middle, right? I'm pretty sure.
Up until it was back up.
I mean, it was at least like 20 seconds before the barrier went down.
Mid shenanigans. This time around.
Okay, LEV, pressure over towards A. We're kind of faking, but the spike's really far away. The good news is for G2 at the moment is Jonah P is getting early info over towards B.
Starting to take space elsewhere on the map.
There's a couple different layers to this.
Yeah, and as soon as the molly goes in, they know that it's clear. So they molly, push them away, create the question mark over towards B. And we only have one.
That's another attempt to clear
Ollie to stop the plant here.
Texas Nano back towards B long, but nothing is found. They have gotten out onto A though, with very little resistance.
Yeah, they pretty much get a free plant.
Remember how heroic Valen was.
It looks like they want to take map control. God, imagine the spam there.
Can he deliver once more?
Leviathan have been so proactive in these moments, in these post plants.
Spam off wingman. Yeah, Tex has done insanely well to only take 1 bullet, bro.
1 for 1 found. Both Killjoy sitting on the sideline for the rest of the round as numbers.
Not again.
Equalize back and forth.
Why is there always someone in midair?
The kill feed will not decide.
HP?
Slept in a 1v2, now one.
He's above him.
But he's so weak.
Oh
he
my.
Over the top.
I don't know if the comms were here as well. I think he was there the whole time with the 10 HP.
Leviathan, keep us again.
Oh, that was close.
10 HP and a dream. Calm, he's been so good all map long. He stays controlled in that moment.
Yeah, it's whoever can win the defense round, basically.
There's no way for you to know Sova's on top of you in that moment.
Oh, he was last seen top site. Okay.
With the trades, it was too much. Trent, he got caught out jumping out with his knife.
And the spacing there was so great. You watch Icebox dash back.
Oh my god, I'm so glad you had to swing that. That's on me. That's on me. That's on me. Okay.
And you mentioned how when it goes this far into a game with the scope that you're under, the littlest of differences can change the entire
okay,
game.
well,
Trent, if he doesn't jump out in that moment with a knife out, maybe he doesn't give a freebie
everyone's trying to work out how to get the defense round.
Maybe they now have the advantage, or at least keep even numbers in
Tex, yeah, Tex is getting insanely important kills.
Moments.
It's not like the most kills, but every single time it's like one of the most impactful kills.
Realizes, yeah, that was on me 1000%. And so we will go once more.
And this time,
called out for baiting in overtime. Yeah, at least he won the round though.
14-14. I mean, at one point of this game, when G2 were on attack, it felt like G2 were going to take this one home. All of a sudden,
he's top fragging. I mean, he is top fragging as well. So it's top frags and impact. Doing great.
Neither team budging. Who's going to surrender first? Who will concede?
Yeah, at this rate, you might as well just do something mad on defense.
Map 1.
The willpower of both these teams so far, it's outstanding.
Calm hopping up to 410 and clearing that early dart.
Oh, that cascade box
really
turret.
Active.
Oh my god.
Oh, we didn't see this as well.
Tucked behind the cascade. And they have no idea that he's there. But will the water betray him?
No way. Yeah, and he wanted to trigger discipline, and so he didn't insta-go for it, and he had no idea the guy was next to him. And this
from so close to
saved
so far.
Them. This little wall
again, the advantage, the way of
was
LEV.
Unreal, man.
And is that what does it?
G2 have been able to win the opening round in OT these last 2 bouts.
Yeah, that little defense wall, they kind of knew of it.
Respond here.
I mean, the discipline of Icebox in this moment.
So smart, yeah. Mizuno was crazy smart on that.
The confidence you have to have
that was his wall to block.
Once he hears this orb go up, he's gonna know. A great molly.
Everything is considered. They cut off the line and they're gonna buy time
for rotate. Damn! Imagine Leaf goes down there. They don't have too much map control.
30 seconds.
Yeah, this should be it for LEV. As long as this guy just doesn't mess up at Snowman.
They've scaled so far back into Swan. Dre, this is dangerous.
Yeah, here we go. We're good.
Oh,
nice shot though.
Trent responding, and they know that Mizuno's there. Look at the ping on the minimap.
Yeah, but Calm.
They've got him figured out, but you're right. Calm over the top. Can he get there in time?
Oh no.
No.
Dude, this was LEV's.
A 3v3 is things slow down. Spam coming through. 2 HP left for Leaf. Oh, they flush him out of the spot. Leaf is so damn snappy.
The timing got icy.
Whoa, what are these timings?
Now a 2v2 Leaf. Again, 2 HP refusing to die.
2 HP?
And it's going to have to fall onto him again against Icebox. The one-way smoke. It's a jump spot. Icebox,
yeah, Icebox never full defuse as well, ever. Damn, nicely done. Nicely done from LEV. Okay. We got the defense round.
It's absolute madness in here. The level of play we're witnessing, Leaf coming up huge. But Icebox, the guy that I was talking about in the beginning of that actual mid to B. Yeah, that's
the wall over towards side. The fact that it leaked out saved him so much.
He reconciled with his team, goes all the way back and wins the 1v1 like that. And no emotion, completely void.
Yeah, he's just chill with it.
That's what you need in times like these. It's so intense.
That's the Icebox way. Can G2 respond?
Yeah, they need to do what they couldn't do. Win the defensive side in overtime. Just to tie it back up and give another crack at it.
You might hear him.
Tex.
Remember all these tiny mind games around the Killjoy utility.
Yeah, I mean, Tex has been so good, but probably because I complimented him.
That's why this is happening.
Well, I also think there's just been so much focus around the utility that they've got to understand something is there. The orb goes up, and that should be enough of a cue.
Tex needs to get out of there. His turret's gone.
Looking like a free plant right now.
Comes back with his team. Jonah P, who's a lone warrior.
Yeah, they're going to know the Jonas here. And do they just send it for him?
Right. Like a stalk severed from a plan and left to wither. But now they're joining him. Now he's got help. The spike has been planted.
Yeah, it's hard, man. The good news is Valorant has
the one benefit though is that Leaf is ahead of it just a little bit, and they have utility of their own.
There's still a molly for King, and there's still a shock dart for Calm.
Oh,
previously divided, now reunited. A 5v5 potentially for the map. This would be ridiculous. King is going to be on this late flank. Keep a close eye on the mini map. Valen pushing forward. Trying to forge his way through. Only one kill found, though.
King?
And there's the flank. That could be the deadliest. That could be the most dangerous. It did get to half.
Whoa, there's so many kills that just came in.
And again, position given away.
Damn, nicely done from Lev.
G2 cannot.
Holy. Okay, they just take Icebox. That was close, man. I really thought they were going to live to regret that push into spawn, but...
He mollies the spike. It forces G2 to just swing randomly.
Yeah, they got some good kills on the side there. And this was a solid Icebox, though.
What a map. That was just map 1. Folks, stay tuned. We've got plenty more to come. We'll be right back.